Lord. I don't want to say power.
You won't stop.
That's why I brought me.
Oh, your sleeve?
Yep. I know it's gonna be dang near 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah, it's 100 today. What?
It's
105 today in San AJ.
It's 105 now. When we left the
You got
house,
your
it was
phone
about
thing onto the
94.
crib?
Yep.
Islam Noble Brian. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace,
Peace,
your boy.
peace.
How's your workday going?
You know how we do it, man. How about you?
How'd you use the other stand?
I don't know what that one.
Well, he ain't on that one, so just put it on this one.
I'll cut it off.
Oh.
Peace, nobles.
Islam.
Peace, love, man. Peace and love. Positive vibrations, man. A beautiful day. Man, I just jumped on here to tell y'all some other experiences I had today.
It's like your birthday the other day.
Today been a beautiful day, man.
Beautiful.
The work day was excellent and productive. Gratitude, Isis.
Oh, gratitude.
How are you all? We good,
doing
we good, Noble Brian.
Focusing on health, hydrating,
You
in
know,
that sun, just
yep, we good, Noble Brian.
just
We good.
experiencing life, talking through conversations with other people, and they shedding light as well. This is really nice. Well, I'm glad you're having a nice day. And it'll be a nice one tomorrow as well.
But I told y'all, man, this universal God and man is so powerful, man. I try to tell Morris this stuff all the time. How when you a real adapt, when you a real sheep, when you a real God, man, no matter where you are, and most of the times when you in other places, like I'm in a red state. Let me see. Why don't do it?
Check my life again.
Well, I was looking at my phone, y'all. Don't mind me. Hold on.
I had mine put up right here.
Oh,
It just went out. The phone just locked. It's right
you
here.
got it off the roads, off the streets?
It's already. I checked earlier.
Okay.
I double check again though. Cause
Are you
you
good?
never know. No, I double check again.
You good?
You never know. This phone be tripping. Yeah, boy, how is it?
But nobles, man, I tell y'all, me and sister just sitting here, we just got done eating.
Damn.
What?
Knock that
Don't worry
over,
about
but
that.
I'll be cleaning up later.
Yeah. Don't worry about that, son.
I'll get it.
But nobles, I promise y'all, I take this mission so seriously. That's why I tell y'all, man, when you're looking for righteousness and when you're looking for love, especially this science is love, we know where it's at, but a lot of Moors be chasing false pretenses because they be criminals thinking somebody owns something. This Moor science is bigger than that, y'all. I promise y'all that. I'm in a red state. I'm in Arizona. I lived in Tucson. I lived in Marana, the only one. And like I'm in Arizona right now, and all the people I deal with that don't look like me, it's just mind-boggling. When people be saying, Europeans this, Europeans that, that's a lie. And every Moor know it. It's your own people. So we got to stop lying to each other, talk about some European this, some European that. The European know exactly what it is. And it's not their job to teach you this. It's not our job to be arguing about black this, white this, Christian this, that. That ain't our job. If you are more and you say you want to learn the science, you should be coming to class. You should be giving your donations. You should be doing everything that you say that you love. If not, you're wasting your time. And I've been doing this for a long time. Ministry, guiding people, being a counselor, being a leader in a community, being a brother, being a friend, being a guy. Forget the more science, man. I'm talking about my life. And a lot of people just start coming to this more science and taking this science and letting the small minority exhume the criminal behaviors of, how can I say it, small fascist groups. Because the stuff that they doing is not more science, and every man, every woman know that. Everyone know that. Everything that I talk about, everything about the Moorish Science Temple of America and the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School can be researched. Everything about what we doing. It's nothing criminal about this. Anything about Moorish science, you don't have to question when you're dealing with a true sheikh if you're doing right or wrong, because that sheikh should never lead you to a burning house. That sheikh should never have you doing something that he or she wouldn't do. Never, never, never. That's why I tell people, and when I say the European is my ally, I'm not saying it in no disrespectful manner. I'm saying this in truth. If any European is a Freemason, they are my ally. It's just a fact, because the European is not the joke of Masonry. The Negro is. These are keys. We're not dealing with no mystic name. We're not dealing with no Prince Hall. I'm telling you, those are mystic names, because you got a European named Manly P. Hall. I'm telling you historical things when I say the European agree with me, especially if they 32 and 33 degrees of Masonry. I'm telling you what I know. Moors diss things because they don't study and they don't read. Moors diss the clock of destiny because they know they don't have the aptitude to pick up something and study it and ask questions. Most of these Moors that call themselves sheiks were college, or not, I won't even say college dropouts, high school dropouts, prisoners. And ain't nothing wrong with being in your lower self, because I was in my lower self as a young man in the city of Flint. But when I was a child, I act like a child. I'm a man now. I don't play no games. I'm not here to play no games. Look at all the messages I did on YouTube. I ain't out here making messages and trying to make caricatures of people and try to say, well, what about black this, black this? Man, I just deal with law. Anybody talking that black stuff, you need to be weary of them. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're an old scholar, a young scholar. We can sit down and have an intelligent conversation on law. Not just no black stupid ass laws. I'm talking about on constitutional law, on linguistics, on history, on precedented law cases and doc numbers and Free Information Act. Not nobody read no lying to you, trying to get you caught up in a feeling. Because a lot of stuff Moors are doing, they know it's criminal. You know it's criminal, I know it's criminal. Right, y'all? Talk to me. We got to come to a place of, I think your phone went out, of not talking about other individuals, but diving with and indulging with the people that's really doing something, that's really providing the literature, providing a platform where we can ask real serious questions, not none of the stuff that you got off these other platforms that they might have told you they can nationalize you or they can make you this and make you that, and then argue on a lie because they know you don't know too much. So they'll just argue and think because you barking like a dog means something. None of that dog barking mean nothing to me. Because everybody that followed them people saying they can nationalize them and do all that, ask them what happened with that. Ask every last one of them. And we have to be honest with each other. That's just like somebody doing something wrong to a family member. We don't say nothing. Well, he older now. Well, we gonna bust your old head. In our community, we accept fucked up behaviors. Oh, he this, Jay this, that. Just like in ministry, oh, he just a man. No, you say you a God man. So you should be leading people. You shouldn't be stealing no money. You shouldn't be doing no goofy shit. Why? Because you say you peculiar. You say you unique. You say you different. There's nothing criminal you have to do. Nothing criminal you have to do. Especially as an adult, especially as a leader. But brothers done got into this moral science and then turn this moral science into straight criminal shit. And then I gotta keep saying this because I'm transparent. I'm gonna say this. I'm in the real world. I'm an educator. I was just in here, me and my sister in here eating lunch with all different nationalities. And what we doing? Talking God to people. So can't nobody sit up here and tell me, oh, this the white man is. The black man is too. We'll kill each other with a drop of a heartbeat. You go in the club and step on somebody's shoe, they ready to kill you. All these young rappers saying they gonna kill themselves. All the vibrations is so low. It ain't no love. And then we want to diss somebody else. We doing, excuse my candor again, we doing the damn Klan a favor. We doing, no disrespect again, we doing a satanic spirit a favor. We're like, shit, well, keep doing what you goofy niggas doing. Well, writing this music, all y'all young boys ain't living into y'all 20s. Every young rapper from certain areas, they dying.
And they killing each other.
And they killing each other. Like, this shit ain't popular. This shit, y'all know what? Y'all remember that movie, Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood? With the Wayne brothers, and he was like, who? What gun I'm gonna wear with these? Am I wearing my Nikes with this Glock? Am I gonna wear my this with this? And that's what's happening now. This shit become fashion. And I'm not saying it in a way to be joking. I'm saying it in a way, look at the world. The world is crying. You can't tell me, I don't give a damn what color you are, you don't have compassion of what's going on in the world today, especially if you believe in God. Because man and woman is made in the image of Elohim.
Especially what's happening with Ukraine and
come on, all over.
everything.
Come on, God works through man. I didn't say God works through no damn color, did I? I said God works through man, God works through woman. There's no jurisdiction over color. Just like I was telling Mark and them, the guys that fixed my car, all different nationalities. I say the great God made the black bear and the polar bear, didn't he? They both damn bears, aren't they? You got the red bird, the blue bird, you got the fucking pigeons, you got all this. But the great God, the creator, created all these things. And we gonna put it in our little judgmental mind to try to put the creator in a box. And I say, all this creation, you don't think it's a creator? I ain't gonna get into your semantics, because I'm not no idiot, but all this creation, you don't think it's a creator. You think it's some goofy ass Big Bang. See?
Had to be a creator.
It gotta be.
It gotta be.
It gotta be a creator. Come on. You were created. Your mama was created. Your mama's mama was created. Your mama's mama's mama was created. Your mama's 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 mama was created. Your mama's 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 mama was created. Goddamn. That's why every mother is life. That's why I say you can't find love. You can't find God in everything. That's messed up. You ain't under Islam. You ain't under the real Islam. You under man-made religion. I'm good. Somebody talk to me, man. Somebody talk to me, man. We just out here chilling, man. I'm like I tell people, man, I just went back home to my city of Flint, Michigan. I'm from Flint, Michigan, my hometown. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. No disrespect to my home city.
Before June.
Huh?
Especially before June, because you know the kill.
Yeah, man, come on, man. I love my people, but I'm 45 years young. It's still dangerous for me to be in my community. I'm saying it. I'm from the hood. My brother lost his life. All my friends lost their life in the hood. I'm telling you, it's dangerous. And we want to talk this and that and the other. Man, we don't want no righteousness, man. We don't. That's why I be saying righteousness, coming together, because that's simple. That stuff be simple, man. This science is simple. I tell every man that be on my page, come to class. They never come to class. They jump on here and think, like I said, I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. This is not niggertainment. I tell more, donate something. You will get way more than what you donate. We're not used to supporting things that we say we love. And that's why every other organization, far as religious organization, they popping. That's why I don't talk about nothing else. I give examples and analogies when I use churches and things. I say, okay, well, if they saying something that's not right, if we saying TD Jakes a clown and all this, which people be disrespecting me in, but he got a message for the people that like the message that he's giving. I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm gonna say, well, damn, if everybody say they love more science and they love me and all shit, this and another, well, why we don't support like the church people? If not, we need to shut the hell up. As a collective group. You got people, oh, look what Joel Osteen doing all these. Okay, but are you supporting that? No. Well, so what you talking about? Because we right here. I'm anointed and consecrated. And what I'm saying is, when I go around different nationalities, Europeans, they rock with me, man, because I say, a God, man, should be able to do that. A God, man, should be able to go anywhere and talk to people. No matter where you at, prison, real life, nowhere. I mean, anywhere. And that's true more science, y'all. And if anybody got love in their heart, they understand what I'm saying. But like, Sheik, you telling the truth. That is true more science. Like I said, man, I came to a level where I'm at now. It'll hurt your heart. It'll hurt your heart. Oh, it's hot up there. Got to take my phone down. Put it right there. He's kicking on that mug.
It's time to go low.
But it'll hurt your heart trying to guide your people, man, and think your people gonna support you. Because it's no disrespect, man. I just be giving life examples. I'm not gonna let nobody paint a false picture. I'm not gonna do that. I told y'all, I'm from Flint, Michigan. I've been in ministry, man, since I came to Arizona. It blew my mind. Now here it is. I had a brick and mortar. When I first moved out to Arizona, I moved out here in 2012. So in Arizona, sis, it was a thing called From Flint to Arizona. Over 400 people from Flint, Michigan moved to Arizona, right? You got the app on before you see where we're going? And so you would think all your people would support you in your brain. We had a big, I don't want to say picnic, but we had a big park gathering. We had a big park gathering, right? And I was letting everybody know what I was getting ready to do. I said, I'm getting ready to open my metaphysical temple. You know? And I said, I want everybody to come hear the word of God, the word of Allah. I opened my metaphysical temple. You would think your people would come, and they didn't. And so I was going to college, to the university at Grand Canyon University, and I was getting my master's degree, my dual master's degree in Christian leadership and linguistics. And so as I'm going on the college campus, they already knew who I was. The dean in the theology division, all of the professors, that was potentate, that was Prince Hall Masons. I mean, not Prince Hall, excuse me, Scottish Rite Masons. They already knew who I was. I'm telling you the truth. And the love that I got from people that didn't look like me, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And so I come from both sides. I'm from the hood of Flint, Michigan, West Pad. Look that West Pad stuff up. I ain't coming from no place like, I don't know. I'm just keeping it 100. That's all I can do, is keep it real. Out from my city, man, as I educated myself, I used to go to the Thumb Correctional Facility. That's like a little jail, a little prison in Lapeer, Michigan. I met the damn chaplain, and the chaplain had me coming there doing marriages and lecturing in the prison. I'm talking to, no disrespect, Europeans, misnomer Mexicans, misnomer blacks. I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking God to everybody. So can't nobody sit up here and say the great God within has no jurisdiction over color, over that. You can't, because if you say that, then you definitely don't know more science, and you definitely don't know the work that the prophet done. You can't. And all other God-men in the flesh. That's why if I start showing more things, the prophet used to say, and all God-men say, I need the people help. We have a government. We operate in the laws. I tell everybody, we defend the Constitution. There's nothing illegal that we have to do for righteousness. Nothing. I promise you this. The religious laws trump everything. You gotta understand that. And this stuff is so simple, man. We make it so hard because we let other people get us caught up and think this more science is some damn get out of jail free card or so. I'm finna magically, I'm a more, and I'm above all law, because no one has really told you the true essence of law and broke it down to you in a manifestation, so you can be like, man, okay, yes, this makes a lot of sense. But most of us, we jump on Instagram and we jump on YouTube and we take pieces and pieces and pieces and pieces. And I say, that's not more science. And everybody know that, man. That's why I be saying, if we relax, and I ask all grown people, why are we so mad? I ask people this every day. I say, why are you can't explain if you came to something so beautiful like life, and you come into life and you fucking mad. I don't get it, man. I tell people this shit every day. I say, look, if you don't got no compassion in your fucking heart, you got to stay away from me. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I seen all my homies get killed by niggas. Can't nobody tell me what it is and what it ain't in my personal life. When people are always trying to put they bullshit on something that don't mean nothing. When they talk about supremacy. Fucking supremacy. Ain't no white supremacy over no God. I just told you I ain't no king. I said a God. So a God reigns supreme. What is a God? The great I am. If you're the great I am, I showed y'all. When I show y'all Europeans like Neville Goddard, and I showed y'all the book The Chosen People, and when I showed y'all how they're the silent brotherhood of the East, the spiritual workers, the ones that wore the turbans in the black churches, and I showed y'all how the Europeans give these Ethiopian gods, these Abyssinian gods the credit. I show y'all this shit. A lot of us are just not seasoned to it. When you come on a higher level, it's synchronicity. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. That's why I'm not gonna die poor and broke. God got me, and I'm not gonna be a martyr. I'm gonna be a living flesh to show people what they could have supported, because others is supporting what I'm doing, what the Burning Bush Tabernacle is doing through God, just like any other church, just like any other organization, and every more that be. And you just like to jump on my page, and then when we talk about giving a financial contribution, we can do that. It's a problem with that. We ain't gonna have. And if you give something, you're gonna get way more return. That's a fact. Ask all my muftis. If any of my muftis on here, ask them. Ask them. It's a certain thing I spend my person. I know what's enough for me. I didn't go to the university to beg nobody for a job. I went to the university to be electric, to do exactly understand what I'm saying. When you come electric, you understand, you give gratitude and be like, damn, even though I have a compassion to give and give, but I done gave so much, I ain't got enough for my family, because I ain't gonna do that. The scriptures don't tell me to do that. The scriptures tell you a lamb for a household. See, I got a household. I'm gonna make sure the lamb of my household right. I'm gonna make sure my family is fat. Off the dribble. We ain't gonna be gluttony, but we gonna make sure we got enough, and then we gonna give the rest away. That's why I tell everybody a workman is due his hire. That's why I ask everybody to come to class. When I be speaking, do y'all see me asking for donations like any of these other people? And I don't put myself in a position of other people. I say, man, if you come to class Saturday and Sunday and give a donation, I guarantee I'm gonna give you something that's gonna be way more value. Already coming to the speaking, just like if you come to the temple or the church, but then I'm giving you literature. It's more, hey man, and that's why I always ask more, what does science mean to you? I be breaking down tax code laws. Me and my sis were just watching. What's their name? Damn, the little podcast, ISIS. We're just watching them with Joel, with my man them on there, Mano and Jim Jones. What's the name of the dude that do the podcast? Fuck, Wallow and Gilly the Kid.
Gilly the Kid. My bad, because I was like Gilly.
And so every break they be having like, and I gotta say it because this is what the dudes be having on their shirts, black. The dude had on shirt, black this.
I want a black dude came on there and told him about how
talking about how
this is better.
Watch this. Talking about how you can give less money to your taxes, and how he was saying not pay taxes.
Right, a tax exemption.
And I say, but I hear you. And a lot of people be telling people things, but not acting like they're gonna make money. And I say, I ask the person, I can say you 60%. It all depends on how much. I don't care how much or how less you're making. 40% is in California. If you making, I ask you like this. I don't care how much or how less you making. So I ask the person that's making good money, right? So if ISIS is making $1 million a year, right? ISIS have no tax deductions. ISIS ain't giving nothing money to the organization. At the end of the year, Uncle Sam I want at least, at the minimum, 100 bands. Yeah. But if ISIS give it to her charitable contribution of her choice, if ISIS have an office in a room, like he said, certain square feet, you're going to be able to write things off. Not get nothing. You're going to be able to write that on as, how can I say it, living expense. You have a business in your home, just like your vehicle, just like if you're a truck, if you have your own business, you can, all that stuff can be in your company name. You can get things under your business EIN, aka your tax ID number. And so, talk about things, you got to go all the way with it. I can go all the way with it right then. You ain't, if a person say, well, teach me, like a lot of these people, no disrespect, I just listen to what they saying, right, ISIS? And what they say, didn't my man say his book was $200, his ebook? Okay, so no disrespect again. I don't got to sell no book for $200 to teach you what I can teach you right then. No disrespect, because everything in that ebook is right in my head. That's a fact. Ask any of my muftis, ask anybody that I set up their business, anything. You got to know what you're doing. You ain't got to pay no $200 for no book. Not for me. I can teach you that shit. I can teach it to you. And then if you want guidance, I can say, okay, for a year, $200, each month you can hit me up. I can guide you to show you how to build your business credit. To show you how to take all your things out of your personal name and put it in your business name. To show you how to get quick 30 accounts. To show you how to register on Duns and Bradstreet. Show you how to build. It's a strategy. You want to build your business credit with the basic things that you're doing in life. Buying computer paper, all that. I'll show you all these companies online like Quill and Qline, where you can be ordering paper and pens and all that stuff, building your business credit. Then I can show you how to get quick 30 accounts at Office Max and Staples. When you're getting books from us, from mypdfbooks.com, that's books with a Z. And when you want to print them and download them, you will send them to Office Max and Staples. They'll bind them and print them, but you will be getting them with under your business account. That'll be going right to Duns and Bradstreet, building your business line of credit. These is keys. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. All your cell phones and everything will be in your business name. So every time you paying these so-called good contracts, which you went in willingly as a willing obligor, is building your business credit. We don't have to do nothing illegal. I teach this in college. That's why I'll be laughing. Say, I'll never die poor and broke. I just wish my people jumped on to what I'm doing before the flesh is gone with me. You know what I mean? I don't want a whole bunch of other people be like, y'all don't know what this brother was doing for all these other people. Y'all didn't jump on this. And that's all I'm saying. With the righteousness, with the education. And like I said, when other people to sit down and listen to you, it means something. I don't care what nobody say. If other people that don't look like you will support you more than people that look like you and say they Moors and buy all your books, and when you go on the college campus and lecture, they telling their family and kids you need to go there, and they be like, Mom, I spent $500. Look at all the books I got. And then the way I'm set up, I'm organized, I'm tax exempt from the federal government. I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? It just be eye-opening sometimes, man. That's all. When my brother died, man, and a lot of the work that I put in the city, And when I moved out here in Arizona, it was just, I have to be honest, it was like, damn. And like I tell people, I got my bachelor's degree from Clear University. If you look up Clear University, that's in Howell, Michigan. That's where the Ku Klux Klan, like the major place. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Cause over there, relax.
I got my blood drawn.
I know. I took sis to the little military,
The little military spot.
handle business, which we do. But man, I don't have none of those stories as other people, y'all. I really don't. And even with my life, like even with a lot of my muftis, man, that's been with me for 3 years, like Noble Lamarck and Noble Malik, Noble Brian, Noble Maso, Noble Alonzo, Noble Solomon, my Empress, my sister, my mom, my dad. It just be good, man, to when you can start giving Allah glory. When you can see God in everything, man. As you come to peace. Cause that's what this is really about, man. Coming to a place to where you can live out all of your maximum capabilities that we were given at birth. And I tell people, man, it's like, if you still have the breath in your bones and in your life, that means you have the opportunity to go get it. That means you have the opportunity to go get it. That's why, man, when I wake up, when I breathe, when I eat, when I work out, man, I don't look at it like, oh, I gotta work out. I look at it like I have the opportunity to do this. I look at it like I have the opportunity to make sure my family good, no matter if that's all I got. Because Allah be making me right at all times. When I tell people I'm not no multi-millionaire, but I'm electric. I'm electric. And I know long as it's breath in my body, man, and long as I know that Yahweh and Allah wake me up in the morning and give me the opportunity to do some of the things that I say I love, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, man. So that's why I say, man, I can't do this by myself. I don't care how little a person have. It's the consistency. Just like when we talk about a mustard seed, just a mustard seed is enough. When I say a gathering of the people, and we do a solid thing, man. And like I say, I do a righteous thing, and I know I do. How I know I do? Because the people that I minister to, the people that look at me as a Messiah out here in Arizona that don't look like me, they understand me. Like all the stuff I'm doing out here with all these old school cars and getting cars painted and buying vehicles and then able to get vehicles from other people and then bliss my other nobles for they don't have to go into bad contracts, go into them high credit rates and can be able to say, okay, man, you want a car? Okay, well, give me this and pay this, boom, boom, ain't no interest rate, and you own your car. Be able to go back to my home city and get property under my organization name and build a studio and give it away to the kids. Not saying I want to give it away because it's gonna be like a church. It's gonna be like work study under my organization and my city. I got the house given to me. I went right down the land bank, boom, 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 done. And then I just solicit the right people that I know they give monetary and tangible donations. I don't have to get all brand new stuff, but I got a lot of equipment that's going to be able to help these young boys learn how to do beats and engineer, singing. I don't care if you do country, none of that. And then next, I'm working on it out here in Arizona. And it's like, I tell people, it's a whole world that people don't know that I'm in. It's not just no world, no workmen, no consumer world. It's a whole nother world when you're connected to the right divine spirit. It's another world when you are a scholar and when you're an educator and a God man in real life, and people know you just for that. Just like when I talk about getting buildings and things, I say, how do you think certain churches and things get buildings faster than the other people? It's under a whole different tax code. I'm telling you what I know. And so when I get things, it's not under a for-profit business and this, that, and the other. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know who to deal with, because a lot of times when you are tax exempt for the federal government, it's things that can be done. I'm telling you, man, I teach tax code, man. And I can sit down and educate us. It's so much that we can do, that we can be doing even more, that we don't even know, because we're not willing to learn. And I just like when I lectured at the university, when I was getting my business degree, when I was going to Clear University, I did my oral dissertation because I was starting my church. And I was doing I was looking for donors, especially people that's making six figures. And my professor allowed me to speak in front of, now this is a European professor, allowed me to speak in front of his church. And a lot of the European Masons came in their regalia. So, make a long story short, I was able to come and minister to them people and tell them about how they can support. And a lot of people was telling me how, well, they made six figures and this, and that, and the other. And each year they got to give Uncle Sam this amount of money. And they don't like to give Uncle Sam that amount of money. I started breaking down analogies that they understood. I asked them, I unloosed my tie. I said, any of y'all watch Sopranos? Everybody raised their hand. I said, why y'all thought that the Sopranos was deep in the church? And they did all their construction stuff through the church, because the church was taxing them from the federal government. Why you think in the Sopranos, every time them gangsters did something, they went and talked to the priest? Because it was like lawyer and client confidentiality. In the black church, which black have no rights, you got to testify. It's a whole different jurisdiction of laws that I speak on. And so when you operating under a tax-exempt organization that's tax-exempt from the federal government, it's a lot that you can do. Just like if you're getting ready to go, say if a person say, I'm getting ready to go to the Fed joint, and you got a whole bunch of money, you drop $1 million off in a tie box before you go to the joint. That's it. You donated to the church. It's a way to do things. That's why in the Bible, it says everything can be good, can be used for the good. I'm trying to tell you what I know. And if we understood the power and the dynamics that all these other nationalities do, just like me and Isis was just sitting eating, and one of this European Albion guy, he was talking about how they do construction and they got all this money during COVID. He was like, shit, we was sitting at home for whatever months. And he was like, my wife liked to donate. He was like, shit, my wife donated $5,000 to, the charity of her choice. And I'm telling people, and I'm like, are you listening? So when people be making six figures, like especially NBA players, which, I'm working on getting, the ear of more players that's making money, and even common workers, I say, you can't love Uncle Sam that much. The thing is to pay the less taxes as possible. So if you're in California and the law say you can give 60% of your tax income that you got to pay to Uncle Sam to your religious, scientific contribution of your choice, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Also, when you got to give your monthly pay, your donations. So that all religious and scientific organizations, even a lot of schools. I'm from my master's degree is from Grand Canyon University, and I'll come to speak to your pastor. And when they look at me, you know exactly who I am. I've been through the fire, just like our prophet. And I'll be telling them, I'm like, shit. Everybody if you part of an organization and this tax is in for the federal government, you have all the operation powers just like the fucking pastor. If not, what's the purpose of being a part of a church that's tax the car and don't pay no taxes? Why the hell you ain't doing it? It's even deeper than that. And it's on all major purchases. Just like if you part of a school, a fraternity that's tax exempt, just like the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School, we're a religious and scientific organization. We tax exempt for the federal government, and all my members, we got a tax exempt ID. If my members want to go make a purchase somewhere, all they go do is ask in a polite voice, not like they own. Ask the speaker manager and say, I'm part of and I tell people how to navigate. It's how you ask in a When I went home, I go to my parents, tell them, but part of the temple, if you're going to make purchases, you're going to get it with the temple and school ID. That's why I be telling people, ask your pastor, ask the synagogue you go to. We do things in the right way. Ask them. The church, the organization that taxes them for the federal government, you want to be. That's how I look, man. That's how I be going into schools out here. That's how I be going to Estrella Community College, and they be like, "Well, we got this much for this. We can't give you 500." That's what I be telling us, man. And I be asking more. Y'all love Uncle Sam that much, and everybody know I'm telling the truth. Ask your tax preparer. I don't care how much or how less. Why don't we support something and see what Nobles will do with it? Because I promise you, we're gonna do a solid. I promise y'all, and that's what I be saying. Why don't we come in? And I tell people that's why others have to go other places and do other things. If you ain't broke, I tell everybody that. That's why I went to university. Because to be able to come to my people and do things for small donations, because I know a lot of our people is not into learning. Excuse my candor. And I know other nationalities study us to a T. I know that for a fact. It's been shown to me. And so I try to reach back to my people and be like, listen, man, I'm right here. I need this support. We can have school and we can have all these grand things. The people just gotta rock with us and tune in. We could be going state to state teaching people, man. Having our big Moorish conventions. One with slander and disrespect. I don't care if they're no judge, no lawyer, no attorney, no prosecutor, because it's gonna be the right way. We ain't gotta apologize to nobody or make no mistakes. I don't make mistakes. Not as an adult. So like I said, I'm always gonna ask for the help of my people. That's the only way we're gonna do something. And everybody that be on my page, man, y'all know we doing some good work. We just need the people to support, no matter how much or how little. I mean, everybody on here from different states, all my muftis from different geographical areas. It just take everybody to come along and be like, boom, we gonna do this, man. We gonna support this. We gonna say we gonna make a pledge. That's like people be making pledges to other things. I'm gonna make a pledge to this, to this, to this. But can't you got my phone? I'll take it. You good? Oh, I got it. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Hey, Ma. What box? Oh, yeah, I got it. Yep, I got it. Yeah, it came like 4 days ago, Ma. What's good? Everything good? Shit, I'm walking in the house. It's hot in the mud. Yeah, I was getting ready to go. Yeah, I was going to get my car early this morning. I was like, no, I'll have to have Sean take me. I was riding my bike. So it was too hot, Ma. Yeah, I know. But I'm live, Ma. Let me call you back, okay? All right, love you. You good, Isaac? All right. Woo! Let me get in, man, then I'll finish talking to y'all. Woo! Be right back. Let me wash my face and wash my hands. We'll finish this conversation. Now it's getting ready to get good. Woo!
So nice though. What? Huh?
All right, man. I forgot to get some waters. So I gotta get back out in a second, but let me sit down for a minute, man. This is scorching. Woo! I gotta sit down for a second, cuz. I'm full. All right, nobles. Talk to y'all for a few more minutes. But yeah, man, anything, like I said, we got to get to a place, man, to where we're willing to support something, willing to sit down, willing to have a real conversation. Because if nationality is the order of the day, then how is that performed? I mean, everybody should be okay with asking questions. And that's what I welcome, all honest questions, but I have answers. I'm not here for semantics. So when a person comes to me and like, well, how do we do this? How we do this? Well, we must, one, come together as at least a people on truth. That's like one simple thing that we should be able to do. Because one, if we understand language and linguistics, I don't care what religion you are, I ask a person what is a misnomer. And then I ask a person what are the adjective. And then once we start building on these things, then we have to start speaking on some things that's universal and not arbitrarily. So once we start building some things on law and understanding law, then we can deal with spirituality. Then we can deal with the two of the pillars that was taken away from you from so-called slavery. And then we can have an honest conversation on constitutional law, on international law. Just like Maya Angelou said, I guarantee you, when I tell y'all research Tony Brown journals and all this stuff, Maya Angelou will agree with me. And she'll say, yes, you're right, Sheik, that international law is not taught to our babies. I guarantee you, anybody that would, if you pull up Tony Brown's journals and see if any of our scholars and our elders would debate each other, never. They were debunking Eurocentric and Negrocentric propaganda. Even the preachers. When I tell you, I said, come on, man, it's a bigger science. We all believe that God and man is one. We all have a divine message for our people. You got to understand that. Just like the Black Hitler of Harlem. Research the Black Hitler of Harlem and see the work that he was doing. Now, I'm not down with misnomers black, but I talk about what they were doing, no matter all the other stuff that people try to jump into the den. I'm not into that. I'm into taking what's good, and then if I'm a vessel and I'm trying to recreate the goodness that those that did before me, I just have to do it in a better manifestation. I use an analogy, just like athletes and just like rappers. I use rappers per se, and I use Method Man. No disrespect, but I'm just using stuff that I see. And he was like, how all these young rappers making all this money now and doing all this. I say, well, it's a different time. They got the internet. I'm not gonna hate on these young boys. See, the problem is that the OGs didn't teach the young boys all the game. And so when the OGs get older, the young boys ain't steady, like, boom, we going to make sure OG good. See, that's the thing where the young boys don't respect the OG because they like, why? You ain't showed me no game. You ain't assist in this development. In this GD, the GD is the growth and the development. I'm telling you what I know. And the growth and the development is universal. Everybody know what I'm saying. That's righteousness. Period. I don't care if you Paru, P-Stone, Moore, this, that, and the other. We're talking about righteousness because I can go all over the spectrum when I talk about masonry and gains. And you look at all the signs and symbols. They all belong to the Moors. And so I'm like I said, everybody here, man, I don't understand why we can't support something, man. I don't think we should be on any one page that we don't, how can I say it, support. Not just follow, but support. Like I'm saying, if a lot of people that go see Usher on skates, and I'm gonna talk about it. I ain't even gonna say names. If a whole bunch of grown men and go see Usher on some fucking skates and grown men and then come to me and be like, well, Sheik, can I do this and do this? And you will go spend your money to see a man on some fucking skates at the age we are, man, I know what's important to us. And that's all I be saying to us. It's like, man, don't come to me and be mad at me because my dedication and things, or like I owe someone something, or just because I have businesses, like I have to give things for free. I make things available for people that's into what we into. Just like if I had a grocery store, I mean, what would be the issue? So here it is. We have a bookstore that you can get all PDF books, download them on your tablet. And if you want to print them and write in your books, you can send it to Office Max and Staples and they'll print and bind the book for you. Here it is. We have Adapt class every Saturday and Sunday school, every Sunday privately on Zoom. And somebody got to tell me why Moors don't want to get $20 or $25. I mean, please, somebody ask me this. I'm actually, is that too much? I'm asking us because I'm talking to adults that say they in more science. Everybody names I be seeing, El this, Bay this, Shaman this, Sheik this, Sufi this, all these things. And then the first thing they say is there's no temple in the area. And then a lot of them say they don't have no job and they don't have this. And I say, well, priorities messed up if I don't have no job and all this. And I'm on social media listening to me. Because I've been on here for an hour already. So if I don't have no job and I don't have nothing, and I can take an hour out of my day to listen to me and pay a phone bill, man, come on, man. And that's what I be saying. We be having other priorities. We be wanting things for free. And we give our money away to other stuff, y'all. Right? I'm talking about adults. I ain't talking about nobody else that's not into the science. I'm not talking about nobody that nothing. I'm talking about everybody that say nationality is the order of the day. And I'm talking to everybody that be on my page. I'm talking to everybody that say it's not no temple in their area. And I come to your city and talk to you face to face. You'll go see Usher on some skates and get Usher $500. You'll pay you and your emperor to see Usher on some skates. And then when you get into a situation, you want to beg me to say, well, I'll give you a donation sheet because I'm about to lose my job. I need a religious exempt. Thank you, Noble. Thank you, Chantel L. Demetrius Brown L. Thank you. That's all I be asking people. I be like, come on. I'm like, I know I'm not asking for no lot because I know a lot of people go to church. Your wife might go to church. Your mama might go to church. And a lot of people, they give 10% of their income to the church. I don't ask nobody for 10% of fucking nothing because I don't care. I say give from the heart, but if you're a member, this is what we ask to be a member. To be a member of the school, we ask $200 a month. But some couldn't afford it. I say, okay, well, $100 a month. $100 a month is $5 a day for 20 days. So if you're giving $100 a month, you're going to see all the stuff you're going to get with it. All the extras that come with it. But that's why I tell people, if you're part of something, especially church or anything, or the Moorish Science Temple or any organization, I know you give it more than that, especially if you like what's going on, especially if you have a building. And I can guarantee you, you can ask anybody. That's why Moors that be used to follow me, and they'll be steady going to temples and won't give nothing to us, and then always jumping in my inbox, giving my books and won't give no donation. And I'm like, well, why don't you have me come to your temple and I can teach and help everybody? You know, and we can help everybody collectively. So I block them. Because it ain't just about no books. And that's why I tell people, even if you can't make it every week, you still should donate because it's recorded. And if you donating, I'm going to make sure you get it. Just like if you part of a church or anything and you a member of the church and you giving your donations each week, you can, if you got to work or anything, hell, the church, the audio and the visual, they say, well, yeah, brother such and such, we recorded it. The audio visual recording, they might ask for a $5 donation to get the audio and a $10 to get the video. So what? Come on, man. And then we have a temple and school page, the bbtsciencetemple.com. And I'll be telling people, we have the right to be private. We have Zoom. I want everybody to come privately on Zoom and learn. I promise y'all, when I show things like Neville Goddard and all these Europeans, when they give credit to the great God within, every person know what I'm talking about. Everybody. That's why I said it ain't no jurisdiction over righteousness. A God man can be anywhere and be exactly the person or the element that he or she exhumes. No matter if you in prison, no matter if you in your neighborhood, no matter if you in an area that they don't know you. But the glory about the Spirit of God within is a prophet and an angel is no good in his or her own country. A lot of times a prophet and an angel will have to go to other areas and make it back. Because a lot of your people be like, oh, I remember when I do this. And that's what the scripture says. That's what our 101s and our 102 says. What's a prophet and an angel? What's a prophet and an angel? It's in your 101s. Research it. And everybody know I'm telling the truth. You can't deny what I'm saying. If you denying it, then you're not studying. What is a prophet and an angel? It's in your 101s. Isn't it? Somebody tell me it's not. Water. So I don't really know what we'd be talking about, man. And I don't understand why we afraid to share things if we come here all the time. Let's be honest. If we people that pop here all the time, how can we pop here all the time and don't share with other Moors? I'm like, what are we doing? If it's other people that's looking and you following it all the time and you don't share with nobody else, just like you're going to get a gift and bury it under the ground, that ain't how you help your fellow brother. Because if I got something good, I want to share with my brothers. I want to share with my fellow more like, hey, man, I know a sheik. Hey, man, this brother that's teaching. I mean, he have classes. Let's donate. Let's come to class. Let's come to systematically class. Let's get some literature. Let's support. Because all it takes one more to know another more, and then another more to know another more, and then another more to know another more. That's what it's about, bringing people. Like, you're only good as the people. And so as we have, what, we got 5, maybe 9, I don't know how many people on here. Everybody that knows somebody should know somebody, should bring somebody. Because if I'm into science, I know one person that's into what I'm into. You got to. So if you're not bringing them along for the ride, it's an issue. And then if you like it and they don't like it, you got to question them. You got to question their ego. Because if you like it and they don't like it, that should definitely be an issue because your heart is right. So if you bring it into righteousness and they really looking for righteousness, they should automatically get it because my people know my voice. I'm telling you, that's how the spirit of Allah works. It worked just like that. No way in hell if I'm connected to something and it's nobody that I want to bring with me. So who I'm having these conversations with? The wall? Telling you, man. I mean, there's so much going on today, man. That I'm just starting to talk about things, just in regular life. It's like I'm not gonna take no disrespect from no trolls. Like I'm at a level so much when I'm gonna start telling people where they stay. When you jump on my page with that disrespectful stuff, because that's just the law, and I'm a real organization. I'm gonna always be transparent. It's like I tell my muftis, I'm at a place so much peace right now, man, to where I feel so good. But I'm not gonna let nobody come on here and distract nothing. I'm going to be transparent. If you come on here and play a game with me, I'm going to call you out exactly who it is. And I tell people, that's why I said this more science. I don't have to apologize to nothing because I'm never going to do nothing wrong. I'm not no sovereign citizen. You ain't going to see me squatting no house. You ain't going to never see me telling you about some council, some corporate debt, that goofy ass European shit, all that goofy shit that these people be doing. And Europeans, Albions, Trelodites, even misnomer black people try to make videos of Moors. I'm not one of those. And they know it. And I say, if you do your research, you will know. If you look up my background and my scholarship, you will know. You would know all that. And so when trolls come on my page, I gotta say this person's name because the person jumped on my page, and I know some of his people jumped on his page and gave his ass a whole much because they wrote me. And I'm telling you, it's a person that be on Instagram called the Swindle King, some shit. And it's a heavy set European. Now he used to have a big ass beard, and he jumped on my page last week. And the first thing where I'm talking to the people and I said something Moors, and he was like, "Oh, I see is a black dude." And I'm like, dude, I'm not black, nigga, black and color. Black is a heretic. And when I showed the meaning of Negro and all this stuff, and I say, man, I'm 99 degrees. And I start breaking things down that I know a lot of Europeans know when I talk about the Philosophical Research Society. I know a lot of people parents. I know a lot of European fathers, and a lot of these, no disrespect again, these people that be on Instagram are 32 and 33 degree European Masons. A lot of them are Scottish Rites, and then a lot of them wear the black fez with the gold tassel. I mean, with the red tassel. A lot of them part of the Philosophical Research Society that I am. So when they come with that slander with them games, I'm like, dude, I didn't say nothing disrespectful about nobody that don't look like me, because most people that do business with me don't look like me. And so when a person would jump on my page, and you can see who they are, and so the person jumped on my page, and I'm like Swindle King Hoodwink, and instantly I'll be having like 3 phones at the same time. And one of my allies, and this is a European, was like, I know this person. They were like, Sheik, you ain't even got to go there. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what he did, but he ain't jumped back on my page no more. And I be telling people, it's like, stop playing. Grown people, you take that time. You should do the research and see what type of person I am. See what I'm saying? You can't put me in no box of the rest of these other people. And that be the problem with the world. You're supposed to do your research because public opinion is effed up. You ain't doing your research of how this brother is or how this brother handle or the background of this person. You try to put this person in the box, and then when a lion come out, and then when you see the lion is supported by people in life because this person is a real God man in real life, then they get scared. And I say, don't do that. And that's why I be saying hate only comes from condition. It has no jurisdiction over color. Hate comes from condition. So if anybody take their time, because I understand what people do, they trying to do, if they saying they doing good for the people, and I get that. Because it is a lot of Moors out here squatting in the houses, saying they some goddamn security, all this goofy ass shit, saying they some Sharifian officer, saying they got some POW paperwork to get you out of jail, all that false shit, all that passport shit. I get all that. I get all that. But when your mission is to jump on everybody page, that's you see that say something more, and then when people that on my page, they be like, this person all over the place. Other people on my page, they be like, this Swindle King be on everybody page. And if that person would have done the research and say, well, before I even jump on this man page, I'm gonna see what this brother talking about. And that's how you know the person didn't do no research. That's how you know if you would have took it with the court, the judge would have been like, I'm going to lock this Al with this trailer dyke, this European with Albion, whatever, this European Jew, I'm going to lock him up for what? Slander. Because clearly you didn't do your research on this person. Clearly. And that's a fact. And that's what I be saying. And so I'm not gonna accept that. I don't identify as Negro, black, and color, and I don't disrespect nobody else. Now, I can use your language, I can use your books, I can use your Jewish encyclopedia and tell you exactly what it is. I can tell you where that anti-Semitic shit came from. The 13th tribe, I can show the international Jew, I can show you all these things, what the Europeans say, exactly what it is. I don't have to use no other book, and then I'll rest be no rebuttal every time. And then when you say that anti-Semitic stuff, I'll guarantee you, I'm gonna show you exactly where it came from and exactly who made it up and why. And this is scholarship. No prejudice at all. No prejudice at all. And that's scholarship. So I'll just be jumping on here to speak righteousness to people when they say the great God, the great I am, has no jurisdiction over color. But it just shows you, when we jump on the internet and YouTube, it shows the hate in grown people. And so I say, imagine the children, because this person is a grown man. So imagine if this grown man have children and they doing that and they calling people, oh, I see a black dude. And I don't care what color you are. If God and you a Muslim, you from your mother, you born in 9 months. What I don't care what religious creed you under. If your heart is pure, I understand, and I'm under the triple rose. But when grown people come like that and say and try to disrespect or say, "Oh, I see a black dude." Well, how can you say you see a black dude and I just told you I'm a Moor, and I don't operate under any misnomer, and I'm not Negro, black, and colored. Just like you not white. If anything, you the colored man per se. And this is, and then a black dude. To be honest with you, black wasn't even used in first century to describe ethnicity. That's why I tell every Moor. They talk that black stuff, and anybody say they love us, and they say, "Well, we black people, we know law." Well, I beg to differ, because black wasn't even used to describe ethnicity in first century. Get your so-called beloved Black Law's first dictionary, the first volume 1. It's like that, Lynch and all that stuff. I'd be like, man, nobody want to have an educational dissertation on that, because I already did it with scholars. And I got a standing ovation. And I graduated from Grand Canyon University with honors, speaking just like this. So Islam and Catholic is nothing but catechism. All of the same literature. The Kabbalah is written Kabbalistically. Temple Abba, the Temple of David. That Baphomet ain't nothing scary. All that stuff. And if you under high science, everybody know what I'm saying. The Code Volta. It's so much science. The Quran and the Bible synchronizes. Isaac and Ishmael is brothers. And we get so much hate in our heart that we don't see it. God works through man. Just like family and tribes, we talk about grafting and people doing things with different people in different geographical areas. Your mind got to be bigger than hate. But as a people, you do have the right. At the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15 clearly states, we do have a right of a nationality. You do have a right to change it and to claim a child replaces the birth certificate. And no one would be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and the right to change it. That's law. The House Joint Resolution 75, annexing your El Bay. That's law. Signature means so much. The SF 181 form. All these things, the religious rights of the indigenous people, what you have the right to do. All these things, all these keys. And we're going to let people play semantics with us, y'all. And people so upset because they may have thought that their lives should have been this way. Or those that say they scholars in this, or a scholar is going to be a scholar. Because I know a whole bunch of poor scholars. Just because you're a scholar don't say you're rich. You got to be dynamic in what you're doing. And if you're part of a community, and I'll give an instance, like I'm from the city of Flint. I do work in my city. So say if I'll just give an analogy, say all the stuff that's the public eye is on right now, like Chicago. The public eye on Chicago. If I'm in Chicago and all this stuff happening, and I'm a so-called elder, and I'm known, I'm going to be doing a lot of work in my city. I have to, because it's imperative for me to do that. I ain't afraid of my life. I willingly lay my life down for what I believe in. So when a person say, "Oh, the young boy this," because the young boys know you scared. I ain't scared. You're not stupid. But when you're on a mission per se, you cover and you do the mission and you keep it pushing. My mission would be in the community where I'm from. I would be doing things where parents can come. I'll be reaching out to parents that lost their children. It'd be strategic things I'll be doing. It's no need for me to talk about nobody grown, or to be talking about no entertainer, or to be hashtagging no entertainers, no this, well, hashtag this celebrity. That ain't these fucking celebrities' job. And that's what I'll be telling people. I said, why are we so worried about fucking celebrities? It ain't their job to do nothing. Their job is to keep their bag right. Just like I showed y'all that Black Summer when they had T.I. and all them on there. What we gonna do? Man, they know the truth about reparations, the laws. Come on. They had all them people on there. All them educators. What's my man name? Cornel West, Tavis Smiley, T.I. Just like when Killer Mike. No disrespect. This what they put out there. So we gonna have a conversation there. And if they was here, they'd be well. Just like Killer Mike had on a damn shirt. Kill all your masters. What masters? If you got a shirt that say "kill all your masters," that means you admitting a slave. Then these brothers, every time politics come around, they don't have their own brothers. They want to support, no disrespect to nobody again. An old ass somebody that don't look like them, that's out of the culture. Why we do this? And we can put our own people in there. All that shit. Then they talk about black banks. Black is dead. So put dead in front of every fucking thing you say black. Dead this, and everybody know that. Everybody know that shit. So then when we talk about that summit, well, how are we going to get this nationality is the order of the day? Proclaim, declare, and have due process. Talk to them about international law. Talk to them about real shit. Talk to them about the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. Talk about the SF 181 form. Talk about all these things that I could talk about law. And they're right. Talk about Empress Elbe, the tunic of the Washita, the Hundi I Moors. Tell the truth about the Louisiana Purchase. Tell all the truth about this shit, and then bring it back to this remembrance. It's there in history books. And then ask anybody what were Negro, blacks, and colored called before the Civil War. They'll tell you more. I'm telling you, and everybody know I'm telling the truth. Well, they're the European this. I said, dude, man, ask Lois and Clark what they saw when they came to the Americas. There's too much scholarship to agree with what I'm saying for us as a people to be arguing over some black stuff. It's too much. And I'm down with reparations just like the next man. But nobody that's identifying as Negro, black, and colored, you're not going to get nothing because Negro, black, and colored was slaves for life. I understand we talking about reparation, all this. Well, a Negro, black, and colored is not going to get any reparations. And the only people, how can a Negro, black, and colored get reparations? And the only people that got paid for reparations was the fucking master. Come on, and this is facts. Can nobody disagree with nothing I'm saying? How can a Negro, black, and colored get something, and the only people that got paid for a slave was the master? Tell me I'm lying. And I'm giving all history. I'm giving all scholarship. I don't care about no religion or none of that. And then we can get with religion when people say they've been baptized. Well, you would be a baptized slave. I can show you the Protestant history. I have the literature. It's no slander to nobody. It's just what it is. Islam too. We talk about some transatlantic slave trade, but you don't want to talk about that Arab slave trade. When I tell y'all, I got the book One War of Tartarians, people be scared of the One War of Tartarians. I be seeing Morris holding the cover of the One War of Tartarians up. We got the book for a smaller fraction PDF. You go to Office Max and Staples and print it. Get the book from us on mypdfbooks.com, books with the Z. And it tells so much. And that's why I be saying I know people don't study, because I'm like, dude, if you study that and then research it, you'll be like, ooh, look, boom, boom, boom. It tells so much. But we know better than that. That's why I say if you want to hide something from a Negro or Moor or anybody that think they know something, put that shit in the book. It'll sit on the shelf, and all Moors will do is post pictures of pages. Ooh, this deep. You know you ain't read it. You don't even have time. Why? Because you won't even come to class to where we break down the books and we go over the books. That's how I know. Moors will collect things and put them on the shelf. That's how I know the average Moor dissed the Bible. And I'm like, how can you diss the Bible and our Moor's Quran is constructed of the Bible? Our Moor's Quran is constructed over a lot of holy books. You don't know that? You should. Our Moor's Quran is constructed over the Brahmin text, unto thee I grant, the Akashic records, all type of shit. But we play the game though. And Lysias Levi wasn't nothing but a transcriber. The Aquarian Gospels, a transcriber, meaning they recorded what they saw. Just like I tell y'all in modern times, when we talk about no disrespect again, the European in the history books, all they did was whitewash themselves in the history books. That's a fact. That's no slander to no one. That's scholarship. That's been proven. Like I said, I did this in the college. So if you mad at me, how could I graduate with a dual master's degree from Grand Canyon University if I'm so crazy? From their university, and used their scholarship and spoke just like this and debunked Eurocentric and Negrocentric propaganda. I lectured so many times in an African-American department and illuminated all that shit. I said, man, this is slavery. I said, let me show you something else when I started breaking down all the books that I got from Cambridge and Oxford in first century and ancient and modern Britons, what the Europeans were saying, what they saw when they came to the Americas. Blew their fucking mind. Like, yeah, don't paint that goofy ass picture. Like, what about this? I know about conquest and reconquest. I know about the war of Ferdinand and Isabella. They couldn't come with that shit. I illuminated the whole history, even the biblical history. They don't want to tell the truth. The only ones know the truth of the biblical scriptures is the elite. And that is the truth. That's why I tell more science don't diss the Bible. More science synchronize the Bible and the Quran. That's a fact. That's a key. If you don't understand that, you tripping. How can law is the order of the day? And how I break all this stuff down in adapt class when I break down law and I break down law based to the Quran and the Bible. Come on. Law, the order of the day. And the law is in the Quran and in the Bible. And I break down all jurisdictions of law, the civil law, local law, state law, maritime law, all these things. I break it down through true teachings, and no one can deny what I'm giving. No one. And I break it down. I give an analogy where I take my teeth out, and we get on the titty per se. So I don't have to take slander from nobody, man. When especially Europeans that'll jump on my page with that goofy shit, because they be on other Moors page and they be doing that clown shit. And I'm like, man, you will let your child be educated by me. If your child was going to GCU and they met me showing the people the campus and they say, oh, well, this brother Sheikh Goodman Bey, he's an alumni from here. He, master writer, all that. If your kid was going to school for religion or literature or anything, they'd try to connect them to me. Then what would you do? You wouldn't say that, but your kid will love me. That's what I be telling everybody. I teach children that don't even look like me. When I was a counselor at the Youth Development Institution, you can look it up, what the Youth Development Institution is out here in Arizona. It's a living facility with kids that have been traumatized in all backgrounds. That's part of my passion. So can't nobody sit up here and when they jump on my page and I gotta accept some shit like that, and I'll be the one that be mentoring your kid. I'll be the one that's educating your kid, and a person that jump on the page, somebody page like that with all that hate in their heart. Swindle King Hoodwink. And that's what I be telling people, jump on his page and be like, man, why was you on that man page with that bullshit? And I'm telling you, it happened. That shit be slandered. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. And I tell people, you can't hide. Just like when I tell people, when you jump on the internet, if you know anything about the computer, you're pinging off a tower. Just like an ISBN, a book number, you can look it up. I can tell you where you at. I can have Google Maps come on there just like anybody. That's why I tell people, be respectable. And I'm a business. And I have my IT guy look it up, and then it'd be like in real time, be like, bam, here go the person location, bam, 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 bam. And I say, man, I'll see you at the convention. And I ain't gonna say what convention. I'll go to a person convention that they don't like to tell nobody and pop up and be right there and be like, yeah, you remember me? And I said in a good way. And it won't be no I'm scared like that. It'll just be like, man, I'm everywhere. And I said, this is what we do. And I'm gonna say this every day because I told you, I have different nationalities that deal with me. And one of my colleagues got on here was like, Sheik, you were talking the other day and you said that Swindle King Hoodwink. And she was like, I know who this person is. And this is what she said. And if anybody know who I'm saying, be like, Islam Sheik, I know. She was like, he be all on these so-called Moors pages. And she was like, and he be talking about the Moors. And he got a lot of videos of this woman and these dudes that they say they all this USAR and all this and all this. And she said, no way he should have came on your page with that shit. She was like, no way he should have looked you up first and came and looked at you as an ally. The same nationality was like, no way. And it was like, that's the problem with us as a people. Do the research on this person and see who he or she is. And then you would be able to use that person as an ally. And then when I was live, other people down there was like, Sheik, this man admire you and he don't know how to say it. Because I pray for the man and everything. I say, man, I'm way above that. And everybody like, man, this man admire you and admire your scholarship and don't know how to say it. And I said, isn't that funny? Because it's just like when you was a young man in elementary school and you like a girl, and instead of you telling her you like her, you would be hitting her, trying to harass her. And that's what everybody's saying. It's like everybody know you righteous. Everybody know you honorable. And for a person to come to me and then jump on my page and say, I see a black dude, you think I ain't gonna keep putting their name out? Swindle King Hoodwink? You think I ain't gonna keep putting it out there? I am. Because I have the right to. And everybody that said, they're like, that's harassment. They're like, that's slander. That's like saying a slave. I know law. I know jurisdiction. I know linguistics. So when you call me a black dude and you an Albion, a European, a Trelodite that could have been in the cave, no disrespect, walking on four hands, because those are the ones that said they live with dinosaurs and shit. No disrespect. You call me a black dude, that's like calling me a fucking slave or a nigger or a heretic. And I'm none of those. And so don't that tell you the small level of a grown man that'll jump on somebody's page that don't even know? the Swindle King Hoodwink jumped on my page and said, oh, I see a black dude, and that's the first thing this person said on my page. As soon as they jumped on my page, I ain't said nothing. I'm teaching and educating. And if that person, Swindle King Hoodwink, would have listened, he would have been impressed over everything. But he jumped on my page and got to asking me stupid shit about when the Moorish Empire. Man, I don't care about, man. Yeah, here I'm today. And if that person would have done the research and sat back and say, let me see what this person's saying, they would have been educated like most people do that I deal with. That's all different nationalities. They would have been educated. But what that grown man, Swindle King Hoodwink dude, jumped on right on my page and said, I see a black dude. So and everybody been jumping on his page like, why would you even come on that man page like that? You know? And then they sending me the message like, why would you even come on that man? That man is teaching. You come on there and say, I see a black dude. Do you know him? No. Did he say anything to you? If there anything that you disagree with what this man's saying? No, you can't. Let me tell you why. Because you can go on YouTube right now and it's all more Albions, Europeans, Trelodite on there telling you about canceling some corporate debt. It's husband and wives. It's Europeans with big ass beards on there. It's people that's federal informers on there doing the same thing. And Moore's doing it too. I'm not gonna call them Moors, NBCs, but it's Europeans doing the same thing because that sovereign citizen game is a European game. That militia shit is a European game. No disrespect. And everybody know I'm telling the fucking truth. Just like you can look up the Paradigm Group from Canada. The European tried to show people how not to pay taxes. Look what happened to him and all his people. All the books I'll be showing, I'll be like, yeah, these people got locked up. And I'll be telling, and everybody be knowing the truth. It'd be little TV shows like, what's that show? Dun 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 dun. What's that? Do 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 do. Yep, Law and Order. It's like you can go on Law and Order and you see, no disrespect again, how this European and his family, they'll talk about they were some militia and they were sovereign citizens and they don't pay taxes. And you let me know we sovereign citizens, this our land. That's a European Albion game, and everybody know I'm telling the truth. I'm a Moorish American. No disrespect once again. And so when people be coming with that slander, it's like, dude, why would you even come on my page like that? And all the love I give people, and I tutor people that look like you. I done save people lives that look like this person, Swindle King Hoodwink. I'm in Arizona. I done touched people and I helped so many single mom stuff that's other different nationalities and misnomer Mexican, because there's more than that out here than me that I touch than my own. And a person, Swindle King Hoodwink, could jump on my page and say, I see a black dude and don't even know me. And then get scared when people that's pillars in Arizona and judges and things jump on this motherfucking page. And I said, I told you. And I don't have to accept nobody apology. I tell people that all day. I don't have to accept nobody apology. Just leave me alone. And that's what I'll be saying. Sometimes you can't walk over a bridge when you grown and you just do some dumb shit because you playing. And I don't mean no disrespect to no one. And I always say this, why would any grown man jump on somebody's page that's not teaching no hate, that's not doing anything wrong, that's teaching truth, and anybody can look it up, and a grown person, Swindle King Hoodwink, or say, I see a black dude. And then when people look this person up, and people that be on my page be like, man, this person be all over the place, be on other people's pages. And then when people look them up, and then when they say, Sheik, this who the person is, look at them. I'm like, man, and I'm like, all the stuff, and I'm getting ready to close, man. All the stuff that we going through today is just sad that we as adults, we stoop that low, and we hate so much, man, that we think the great God didn't create the polar bear and the black bear and the bluebird and the red bird, that we have put everything in the box. We have put the Christian in the box. We have put the Muslim in the box. We have put the Egyptologist in the box. Regardless of what you call it, if you righteous, I don't care. And that's what I be trying to tell people. We the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple in school. We a temple of righteousness. We teach all holy books. You got to understand that. And it's no jurisdiction over color of righteousness. I know I'm a Moor. I don't care what nobody else proclaim. But you cannot tell me that man don't work, that God don't work through man. That man is not made in the image of Elohim. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. And so, man, like I said today, man, it really was a, how can I say it, an eye-opening time. when that guy, a Swindle King Hoodwink, jumped on my page and said the black dude, because I never had nobody come on my page and say no crazy shit like that. A grown man. I never had no grown man come say, well, I see a black dude, no matter if they don't believe what we're saying. I never had none. I can understand our own people, but when no disrespect, when a European, when a Trelodite, when an Albion say something like that, I get the whole thing of, you think I'm a fucking slave. And that's the whole thing when they play them games and they laugh and the whole time like something always funny. And then nothing always funny. Ain't nobody always fucking playing. And that's why I be saying with grown people, ain't nobody always fucking playing. And grown people done jump their old ass on the internet and be playing with people all over the world. And I said, okay. The judges say, okay. Now you harassing. What, you a grown ass bully? Okay, you face the consequences because now it's record. And I bet you won't say that shit in a person's face. If you seen them face up, I bet you won't. But it's record for you harassing a person. It's record of you harassing. And that's what I be telling people, man. Stop that shit. If you ain't rocking with something, don't even get on a person's page. Just leave it alone, man. And let's focus on something righteous. And so with that being said, man, I give y'all peace. I give y'all love, man. But I come in love. And I have the right to be who I am. You have the right to be who you are. And the world it need more love. It really does. And all this shit happening right now, all this killing, all these guns, all these misnomer black on black crime, all this hate, black people hating this, all this stuff, man. The world is crying. Like, the world is crying. And I feel better being on the island. But I'm petitioning my people to support something that's real and come to class. Any questions, man? Any questions? I've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. I gotta get some more water. But any questions, man? I give out peace and positive vibrations. I do ask for noble support, like for literature. If you'd like to support our movement, we do have Cash App. It's Cash App, $KG Bay. It's PayPal.me/IBNALBay7. And I just don't want nobody to donate me talking. I want you to donate and come to class and get literature. And even if you can't come to class, you can donate and get some literature, because I have my own book company. But I like to offer things to people when I'm lecturing. I say, hey man, this is the book I'm lecturing. You can go on Amazon and see how much that book costs. You will want to donate and get that piece of literature from me. And then send the book to Office Max and Staples, and they're buying it and printing for you. Any questions, man, before we close? I got 30 more seconds, it says. Check out our companies, man. Any questions? I guess we good. So, peace, man. And gratitude. Like one of my favorite cartoons back in the day was Inspector Gadget. I say this message will be destroyed in 20 seconds? But for real, man. Support, man. Seek us out. And if there's any way I can help on your journey, please don't hesitate to ask. Like, we work out. I teach people how to set up their businesses. And I can assist on your journey. I can make it a little bit smoother. I guarantee you I can make it a little bit more simpler, because I don't mind breaking it down to a small molecule and building it up. I love doing that because righteousness is plain. Doing things criminal takes way more energy than doing things in the right manifestation. It's just, what do you choose to put that energy in? So with that being said, man, I love y'all. Oh, once again, I got to put positive vibe out and a vibration, because even though I illuminated that person that was
slandering, calling me a black person, the swindle king, hoodwink, I still want to give you love. And no matter how you feel about Moors, you can't put everyone in a box, because you can have a real conversation with a true sheik, with a true educator, with a true leader that identify as Moorish American, and have a real civil conversation with a person that'll come from love, that won't come from no biased place, and I won't disrespect you. So I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna give out positive vibration to your family, and I'm gonna ask Allah to bless all your endeavors. A Swindle King Hoodwink. Even if you own my page under a different name, I give you honor and glory, and everything that you touch, I hope it manifests, because I want positive energy. But if you want to have a civil conversation with someone that will sit down with anybody from understanding and from love and truth and peace, I'm willing to do that. If not, peace and love.